Yo, welcome in, welcome back to Post Game Sports. I am your host, Post Game. Not post game as in the end of a sporting event, but post game as in low post, mid post, high post game sports. What it do? Like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. I want to hear y'all thoughts. I want to know y'all thoughts on this. Hit that bell so you know when I'm going live. Me and the WTP Sports Dudes is awesome content. So this Saturday, we got number 20 USC traveling to South Bend to take on the 13th ranked Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. What a game this is going to be. What a rivalry. Just awesome. I think about these games through the years. Nothing but special matchups. This is a must-win game for Notre Dame, as is every game remaining on the schedule. If they are to make the playoffs, if Notre Dame wants to go back to the playoffs and get on a run like they did last season, they have to win every single game remaining on their schedule. We all know that. And what a perfect opportunity Notre Dame has getting a ranked team back on the schedule. A lot of people thought even if Notre Dame was to win out, they don't play a ranked team. Well, this is it. Notre Dame has a ranked team on their schedule in USC. Again, must-win game for Notre Dame come Saturday night. They have to win this game, and they have to be impressive. They don't have to win by 30, but they have to look impressive in the win. USC is coming off a huge victory against the University of Michigan, where a lot of people, myself included, felt like Michigan was just too physical of a team for USC to deal with. But USC won in dominant fashion, may I add. USC could lose this game to Notre Dame on the road, and they could win out the rest of the way and possibly still make the playoffs. Even after a loss to Notre Dame, I believe they still have Oregon remaining on their schedule. So the way that Big Ten plays out is going to be really interesting. So my first question when it comes to this game is, which Notre Dame defense will show up? Is it that defense from the first few games of the season against Miami, where they should have won, in my opinion, against Texas A&M, where they should have won, in my opinion, but they gave up a lot of points at home, against Purdue, where they gave up some points against a good offensive team, but I felt like in the second half they played better. But the question is, which defense is going to show up? Now, the last three games, you can say what you want about the overall teams. You can say, well, these three teams suck. That might be true, but the fact of the matter is the last three opponents are really good on offense, So they hold Arkansas to 13 points. They hold Boise State to 7 points. They hold NC State to 7 points. Those are some pretty explosive offenses. Again, not great teams, great offenses, in my opinion. Which defense is going to show up? If we get those Notre Dame defenses that showed up the last three games and not the first three games of the season, Notre Dame will be fine on defense. We got to ask ourselves, how will Notre Dame match up with Makai Lemon and Jacoby Lane? We all know Notre Dame is vulnerable in the slot. They're very vulnerable in the slot. But will Alabama transfer nickel Devontae Smith come back from injury and play in this game? It's the big question. I think if you got Devontae Smith in at nickel, Notre Dame's pass defense, especially for those slot receivers, will improve. Dallas Golden doesn't have a lot of experience. A lot of teams are picking on him. He has all the potential in the world, but he just needs more playing experience. He'll be better for years to come. Will Leonard Moore, here's a big question, the key to the game. Will Leonard Moore, the best cover corner in the country for Notre Dame, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, will he travel? Will they put him in that slot to kind of slow down uh, Makai Lemon and keep him from going berserks? I'm not too sure if they have to, if Devontae Smith is able to play in this game, but if he is not, you don't want Lemon to just torch Golden. So it'll be interesting to see if Coach Freeman and Chris Ash elects to put Leonard Moore on Makai Lemon in that slot. And another question, these are two of the better corners in the country. Will Christian Gray be able to contain Jacoby Lane on the outside? That's another big key for this game. Notre Dame's pass defense. Everybody in the world knows Notre Dame is vulnerable in that slot and with that nickel position. So we'll see if Coach Freeman, Chris Ash kind of moves those DBs around to get better matchups. Another key to this game. Notre Dame can't let USC have a balanced offense come Saturday night. We seen balance when USC played Michigan last weekend. Notre Dame cannot let USC be balanced when they come to South Bend Saturday. Notre Dame has to stop the run. They have to be physical. They got to hit those running backs. They got to be physical on that defensive line. Boubacar Traore in that defensive line has to pressure Mayava, and they have to force turnovers. If Notre Dame is able to get pressure on Mayava and sack them and force some turnovers, that'll be a huge key for this game, because I feel like, and this is just my opinion, I feel like Notre Dame has a better offense than USC. A lot of y'all say post-game you tripping. Hear me out. I believe USC has the better wide receivers in this game, but total offense, I would rather have Notre Dame's offense than USC's, with the running game, the emergence of CJ Carr, those wide receivers, the big tight end, and Eli Raridan. I would rather have that offense. That's just my opinion. Notre Dame has to be physical in this game. They can't beat themselves. They have to run the ball early and often, and they have to convert on short yardage and in the red zone. We can't have fumbles in the red zone with goal to go. We can't do that. Notre Dame cannot beat themselves in this game against a potent USC offense. They just can't do it. I believe after this game, CJ Carr or Jeremiah Love will solidify their place in the Heisman talk for this season. This is a critical game for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. If Notre Dame wants to make the playoffs, they have to put a top 25 win on their resume. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, you'll see teams like a Navy or a Pittsburgh creep into the top 25 somewhere down the line. We just might see it. I wouldn't bank on it, but it could happen. I got Notre Dame in this game at home. I like this Notre Dame team. I think they're starting to look like the team that I predicted them to be in the summer and coming into the season. Go check out that preview on my channel if you have not yet. But they're starting to look like that team. Athletic, physical, fast defense with great cover corners. Again, we got to get Devontae Smith back healthy. CJ Carr is better than a lot of people would have imagined and would have thought. That dude is playing really good ball. And I believe, along with a lot of others, that CJ Carr is one of the better quarterbacks in the country, and he hasn't even played a full season as a starter yet. So I got Notre Dame in this game, 28-20. I believe Notre Dame gets the victory, a huge victory for Marcus Freeman in the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame as they look to make another playoff run. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'm out. Peace.